At least in my version, when I don't full screen it, but when I make my what's it
Oh, I
called?
should probably luck roll, shouldn't I?
Yeah, do your
Yes, you
fucking
should,
rolls.
everybody. Make your luck
I don't.
rolls.
Have we determined if high or low is good?
To turn
Um,
high is probably better.
Yeah, I think
Okay.
for this campaign, high is better. 6.
Who rolled Thrax? Is he here and secretly lying to me?
I did it.
Okay, cool. Yeah, Thrax is going to be gone for the start of this session. He should be back midway through, like an hour or two in.
Aw,
Thrax
I
has a
wanna get-
name.
I wanna give him 2 AC.
Do you not remember Thrax's name?
Barry?
Thrax is
Not here.
controller.
Barry.
The Destroyer?
Thrax, the Destroyer! Destroyer! Not here, not here, not here! Yeah, no, he's going to be gone. So someone, if combat starts before he gets here, someone is going to want to NPC him.
Me!
Yeah, by all means, if you want
Sure.
to.
I'm gonna make him the most incompetent. Well, he already is, but
Just stand in front of things and let them hit you. You'll do fine.
Peach.
he
I'll
is
give
gonna
you
be
2 AC that you can get rid of to get temp HP.
he's gonna be the cuddliest healer ever.
He's a defender.
Healer
Not the
ever.
way I'm playing him.
he's gonna intimidate your wounds, make them go away.
It's his only skill, so.
Best healer ever.
Well, it's actually in this party not a high bar to clear, so yeah.
Why is there a max?
I'm a
party
fantastic
location?
healer. Thank you.
Because
Barry.
I had it there. I don't know why it's still there. For
Does it happen whenever I move it?
Oh no, I did that. I'm just confusing the shit out of you.
Oh, okay, I was like, why does the party location have a macro that says it's here?
Scott's a fucking
It
loser.
gets lost easily.
That should make it flash too.
And you guys are going to have a special teammate for this mission,
Who's the healer?
RoboCop. He doesn't heal
You're
very much.
RoboCop?
Yes. But it's the new
Shit.
version of RoboCop.
It's. I was about to ask. Is it new or old?
It's new RoboCop.
Fuck
Oh,
it.
okay.
I'm not playing Thrax. Because Thrax's first mission will be to kill new RoboCop.
He's gone.
Good.
You do actually have new teammates, though.
A tiefling and a chick.
Mm-hmm.
Thrax is still going to hit that by the end of the session.
But you were the one who said they don't have actual penises. They have, like, innies.
No, he's got a penis. He's just got to get aroused for it to pop out. You know, like a lizard.
Mm-hmm.
Like a snake.
Snakes
Okay.
don't have penises.
Yeah, they do.
Silly goose.
Some of them have two.
I have two, of course. I
Do you ever
You have
jack your
two
snake
penises?
no.
What was that a no to the two penises? The no, have you ever jacked off your own snakes?
Which one do you think the no is for?
I hope it's not mine, because I'm very interested in if that's the case. Like, if you're, like, trying to, like, breed your snakes. So you're, like, you're jacking them off for proper breeding.
You know what? I should have started drinking earlier.
Does someone breed snakes out there? Like, is there a snake, like, dog show, like, but for snakes? And, like, people breed snakes
Of course.
to be perfect? And then they put little leashes on them and make them on a course?
No.
How do you put a leash on something that's cylindrical all the way across? Wouldn't it just fall off?
Because they get fatter towards the back end, then back thinner.
Oh yeah, true.
Or you put little needles on the inside of the collar.
They're not fucking Chinese soldiers, Chris.
They're not?
No.
Could
Why
be.
haven't we beaten China yet, then?
Can we play some D&D?
Because they make all our shit.
That's true. Do we want to play D&D?
No.
You don't sound like you want to, but you're not part of the game, so you don't have a vote.
Ah,
All right.
All right, guys. Welcome, everybody, to another...
I'm not
edition-
welcome, Chris.
Okay, well, shut up, then.
No.
A.A.N.E. So, we're going to rejoin our
That
game.
spells Annie.
Yeah, it does. D&D A.A.N.E.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not anus, though. That would be weird.
No.
So we're picking up last time in our adventures. Our heroes
Heroes.
managed to... What?
Heroes.
I like how you can say that with a straight face.
Yeah, it's like, only like one or two of you guys are really heroic at this point. Our heroes continued their journey in the forest and managed to find the source of the dark magics that were inside of it. They defeated the bugbear threat and also killed a member of what you found out is the cult of nihilism. Sadik was his name. You found his journal, which seemed to, at the end, indicate Solomon. All praise be to Solomon, as he also worshipped the abyss on his way out.
Is this less than Grundy?
No, not Grundy, sadly.
Why?
As you were on your way out, you met what was it? Riggles, Freckles, Warren Rickles. That was it. Rickles. You met him, and he asked you to go back in and slay the spirit of the forest that had already been corrupted, and you valiantly did so, though with heavy hearts. You then returned to town, where Captain Donato asked if you would oversee a special mission that required the utmost secrecy. You agreed, and you met August and Kalos, a invoker and paladin of A.A.N.E, who have asked you to join them on their quest to head to the northwest to find a museum by a very now dead collector, as there is something very precious inside that they want to protect at all costs. And that is where we are picking back up. You guys have been on your journey for better part of a week now at this point. And you probably will reach the museum, you think, in the next day or so. But it's growing late, and you see a small town ahead of you. Would you guys like to stop at the town?
I am actually going to, before we do that, roll a perception check to see if anyone is following us. If I can do that.
Very good. Go ahead, sir. You do not believe anyone is following you.
Has the title been updated, guys? It says I just updated it. A.A.N.E.
Briggles, that was it. There we go.
See, I'm actually going to ask Kalos. So, what would you and the little lady think about staying here for the night?
Seems fine.
If you have worries about her not being safe in the city, I'm sure we can find someplace safe out here.
Out here, out in the woods, doesn't really matter. This far out, if someone's trying to kill us, they're going to try to do it no matter what.
Also quite true. Well then, I leave the decision to the rest of our... I was about to say great, but the rest of our party members.
Wow.
I'm leaving this up to majority votes.
I'd love to
Thanks.
Your heels suck.
see.
Thrash says that.
Be quiet.
Thrash isn't happy with your shitty heels.
Thrash just knows his own name.
My heels keep
The
you
chain warden
alive.
is here?
Anyhow, I would totally go for sleeping in a city or town, as it were. That seems safer.
I can continue to sleep wherever.
Alright, we'll head to the city then.
All right. Well, it is not actually a very city per se. It's a very small village, more so. Anyone with a decent history check might be able to kind of note. This far out, there's no real major cities around. You imagine this is actually a small mining village. Might be a little difficult to find an inn, but if you're willing to check, you might find something.
Got it. Oh wait, I'm not owner of the macro.
Don't have a streetwise.
Hold on. Edit.
22.
Ownership. Me. Done.
Okay, you all head into the town, and
Right.
you do ask around. Most of the people seem to be heading in for the night or heading in towards somewhere else, but you do find somebody who's on their way out and ask where there's someone to stay. They say there is an inn at the town. They point you over there, and you find a not quaint, but rather shabbily sized inn that also functions as a bar. And yes, you intimidate the man afterwards.
Yay!
Just right over there. Ah!
I was actually trying to
to,
scare the bar. He just happened to walk in front of it when I did
You
it.
try to do that, and one of the windows cracks.
Sweet.
And then a piece of glass that broke off arcs off into your eyeball.
Ha ha! Not my character.
Well,
I'm going to.
go get rooms, I guess.
Yep. I'd
Yeah,
go
I
in,
was
get a
actually-
room. Just immediately fall asleep.
CC Snuggles is
Yeah,
on.
I actually ask who is going to be staying up and who is going to be going to sleep, or who's gonna stay for a drink or anything. It's not like night yet. It's probably like a dusk, probably like a 5 or 6 o'clock right now.
Can I intimidate the sun to stay up longer?
No.
Damn.
I was actually going to ask the bartender what sort of sleeping arrangements they have here, because if it is a more not a shabby inn, but I imagine they have the what's it called? Not a sleeping hall. Is that what it's called?
They have rooms, but it's not. Picture more like a Motel 8 that has like a bar inside of it.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not a common sleeping area.
Yeah. They have rooms, but they're not going to be nice rooms like you'd find in a city inn.
Kalos, I imagine you will be staying in the same room as August.
If she wants. Lady can look after herself too, you know.
I know, but I imagine you are more protective than you outright appear to be. Right, moving on.
You ask the barkeep, who also runs the entire inn, and she says that they have 3 rooms available for the night, and they will give them to you if you're going to buy all 3 at a discount of only 1 gold.
Wow. This place
Are
is
these
fancy.
Are these rooms near each other, like right next to each other?
I don't want to hear
No.
anybody boning.
There's 2 right next to each other, and then 1 at the end of the hall.
Mine. Call it. I'll intimidate anybody over it.
You'll take the one at the end of the hall.
Try it.
Yep.
That's fine.
Thrax and a lady. Which one's a lady?
You have 2 options.
Hope and we're kind of maybe the lizard guy. Come on. We're not sure. We haven't checked.
I'll take the NPC lady.
She wants to stay away from Thrax now.
I intimidate her to stay over here next to me.
Don't
Okay, you've gotten rather rapey.
31.
You're going over there.
Nobody leaves Thrax. Never.
Oh God.
All right, so Thrax really needs to lie down for a bit.
It just
I'm
hit
going
me
to,
that Kalos is a tiefling in that picture and not like a person with bunny ears.
Yeah, I was wondering the same thing earlier.
Funny ears.
I don't think we were ever told he was a tiefling, though.
No.
I didn't mention it, but then I pulled an icon. And I was like, I guess he's a tiefling now.
Wailing.
I'm going to.
I like to imagine that I look at him and I'm just like, holy shit, you're not a bunny person. You're a tiefling.
He's just gonna snarl at you.
I'm going to approach
Roll
August
this up.
and ask her. So, August, do you have anyone? Would you rather sleep in the same room with Kalos, or how would you prefer to have the sleeping arrangement set up?
Well, if you don't mind, I actually wouldn't mind sharing the room with you tonight. Might be different, or it might be nice to spend some time with different company.
I was hoping you'd say that. Some of these men.
Just to be clear,
can
I'm not
come
into this. I'm not into.
No, that's
Honest-
perfectly fine. It's just some of these men are.
I mean, I'd be open to it, but not with you.
The whole eye vibe is ruining everything.
Yeah, that's really like. Is it? Can I paint like at least a little eyeball on it?
You know, people do that when I'm drunk. It's very weird.
Be awesome. Thrax is like, I have an idea.
And that's why I would rather sleep in a room with you. Because some of these guys are rather weird and intimidating.
I can
Wait,
imagine.
does this mean I
Rawr.
get to share a room with the robot?
No.
Thrax will not sleep with a little gnome.
Ekman will just put a gold on the table and just kind of dance off to them, going, bed, bed, bed.
You're really quiet, Scott.
I
Quiet.
God damn it. I'll pay for the rooms and just run off to the room.
I
Bed,
grab
bed.
Scott's character by the back of the collar and pull him into my room so I don't have to sleep with a little baby child. gnome thing. So the gnome gets his wish to spend the night with the Iron Giant.
And Kalos. He's
Yes.
gonna be sharing a room with you too.
Here's
Ah.
10 silver. Bring me a mug of wine. I'll just be sitting here all night. Thank you very much. I need some time to consider what I've done wrong with my life.
She's actually going to, when you said it, she's going to look to Cog and she's going to say, "That's very interesting. I've never seen a golem ask for wine before. Did you program that into him?
Yes. Yes, I did.
This is marvelous. When did you make him?"
Years ago. Years.
He's fascinating.
I'm
I
very
know.
old.
I want to take him apart again.
I do. I have a spell for that.
Did you just pick up a new power for that?
It's
No,
called-
I have,
Arc-
I
I
have
have
the
Arcana
ritual.
too. I will
I have
totally
a ritual
counterspell
that
you.
lets me disenchant magic items.
So
Souls
he
are totally magic items.
But you
I imagine they sell.
you just chat faster that I can dismember you. Shall we find
It's
out?
amazing how I got this to work, but I haven't been able to reproduce it. It's really hard.
But he's
What sort of
very
food?
nice. We don't see many of these golems around these parts.
Who would have thought? They would have been great for helping out with whatever Brazier does. I believe mining.
They'd be so much help in the mines. I don't suppose we could buy this one off you.
Oh, when I'm able to mass produce them,
Thrax sold
I'll totally come here first.
1,000
But until
gold.
then, I need this one.
Excellent. I very look forward to that day. Would you like anything to drink?
The finest dwarven ale you have. And by that I mean whatever alcohol you have.
Okay then. And you see her go off, and she takes a bottle off of the top shelf and starts to pour it while kind of giving you wary-looking eyes. Then she passes the drink to you.
I'll totally drink it. I see this working well.
Give me an endurance check.
It's not terrible. I'm Constitution secondary. I mean, it's not good, but 16.
All right.
Nobody gets drunk off of one beer.
Did you drink the whole glass? This wasn't the.
Yeah.
You asked for an ale, right? Or did you ask for your finest? Would you say dwarven?
Dwarven ale.
Okay, so it's an ale. Okay. You definitely feel buzzed. You're starting to feel it if you go through the whole thing.
I will go through the whole thing.
Um,
And how much is that? Because I'm pretty sure I have to pay for this.
that's going to be 3 gold.
Okay. I'll give
Would you
you
like
3
another
gold.
one?
I think I'm good. Thank you.
And she's going to say in a jokey tone, "Would your little robot friend like one too?"
Yes.
No, dwarf.
I'll buy
ale
one
is
for him.
this.
You're buying
What?
another one for him.
Yes,
what
I'm
do you
buying
have
another
elven,
one for the
elven
robot.
vintages?
I don't know, Al. Dwarven ale and oil is pretty much the same thing.
I really wanted to see him drink it and then have it like spill out the bottom of him.
I don't really require oil. If I require lubrication, I'll. No.
Lube.
Let's not go there.
Don't sell lube here.
Try the sex shop down the street.
Yeah, it's a small
Please,
mine
Mr.
town.
Gold.
We have one inn and a sex shop.
Yeah. And a
There's a store
McDonald's.
down the road called Anne Summers. You might want to go there.
Al, don't
Come on.
don't disrespect the lady's fine ale.
You want an
Drink-
elven
drink up.
what now?
An elven vintage.
Is that like a
Give him the
baseball
ale.
card?
Never
just-
mind.
She's gonna look towards Cog and then just nod and pour you very clearly from the exact same like stout, and then just pass the glass to you.
I'm just gonna sit there and look at it for all like the whole night.
Is he broken?
He's trying to learn.
No. This is part of his programming.
Oh, you're still gonna owe me another 3 gold for that glass, though.
Yes, I pay you. I pay her.
I pay you.
Okay, I take you money. Thank you.
I give you the 3 gold for his drink.
It's
Pat
gonna
him
be
on the
6
shoulder. I gave him the gift of reflection.
I
Then
feel
room
like
tour
someone.
first.
I feel like someone needs to paint the fact that Al's sitting there at a bar with like a glass of like clear glass, like a full glass of beer in front of him. Someone needs to paint it as just like a modern interpretation of man in the future, just like sad robot can't drink beer.
I'm going to approach August.
I'm
Well,
gonna pat Al on the shoulder and just say, when you're feeling better, you know where the room is, and I'm gonna go upstairs.
So
What's funny
suddenly
is this,
very
he
glad I
probably
don't
doesn't.
sleep. Suddenly so glad I don't sleep. And so very sad I don't drink.
okay, I'm gonna leave the brooding robot alone and approach August and ask her if you want, I could perhaps order some food and take it up to the room.
Bring each other
Actually, I
share.
kind of want to have it down here if you don't mind. It's nice to be around other people.
That's perfectly all right. Thought you might be more comfortable in the room.
No, she leans back and stretches. So often we try to stay out of the eye of the public. People don't know how to react if they find out what you are, but when I get those moments to embrace it, to just kind of feel normal for a moment, I'd like to let them in as much as I can.
Yeah, I suppose that. Oh, well, yeah, that does make a lot of sense. Well, you find yourself a nice table then, and I'll go and order some food. Is there any food you absolutely would not want to eat?
Ugh, I hate brownies.
Are you
No
talking about the
brownies,
little
then.
elf people or brownies, the chocolate delights?
The chocolate delights.
Okay.
She hates brownies.
Okay.
Okay, she's not a vegetarian.
No.
Okay, well, I'm gonna head over to the bar then, and good day to you, sir.
Hello there.
Madam, sorry. I was wondering what sort of food you have on offer tonight.
Well, our main dish is a steak made entirely out of brownies.
What a weird coincidence.
It's a classic.
Made out of.
Do you have
steak
anything
or
not
made
made
out
of
of
brownies?
Oh,
Our
I
brownies
suppose
are made out of steak.
we have brownies. Yeah, we have steak brownies. No, we have some we have some lamb.
Lamb's good.
All right, I'll take.
Fresh chops just came up too, if you like them.
I'll take 2 of those.
Leg of lamb.
Excellent. Anything to drink?
Well, I'll have a glass of wine and. Ooh, I don't know.
Go save water.
Actually, I'll take 2 glasses and a jug of milk if you have it.
Can do, dear. And watch yourself. When the night comes around, all the miners come in from work, and some of them can get a little bit rowdy. So just mind your temper if they start to get a little rowdy.
I'll be on my best behavior. Thank you. How much is that for the food?
That'll be 2 gold.
I slide 2 gold onto the bar to her and give a small curt bow, and then I head back to sit down at the table.
I just realized the economy of this world is really fucked up. You're able to buy 3 rooms for 1 gold, but 2 dinners cost twice that much.
Yep.
And
Oh,
Imagine this really high quality lamb.
By the way, right now you hear a lot of pounding coming from upstairs, and it's Thrax. Thrax is headbanging, singing his theme song. Scott, you are not getting an ounce of sleep tonight.
He'll be fine.
Probably joining in to tell you the truth.
What?
We're probably
Really
join
quiet
in.
your mic volume up.
I can't make it go up.
Yeah, you can.
No, I
Yeah, there's Skype
can't.
settings.
Program
for that.
settings. Steam's Skype settings.
Yeah, and it's at maximum.
Then go to your fucking mic settings
It's
and
at maximum.
then
You're
fix your
magic.
shit.
Then
kind of
talk
mic-
louder.
You're magic. Your phone. Your microphone, not phone.
Waylon, you're dumb.
Yeah, I forget words. They just stop existing.
So yeah, I really hope you don't have dailies that you need or healing surges
been
you
a-
need back.
It's been a week since you guys went traveling. I
Oh
think you
yeah, I forgot.
night's sleep.
Damn.
Is Al still sitting brooding over his one glass of beer that he's not drinking?
If I stare at it long enough, it'll become wine.
You're not Jesus.
I'm gonna
Just
go
has to
over and
believe.
I'm gonna go over and put my hand on your shoulder and be like, "Come on, Al, come sit with me in August and don't that beer is not gonna do anything. It's still gonna be beer."
Hmm. If only I had access to my laboratory equipment. Oh well.
You know, if you stare at it long enough, it'll become stale beer.
It's dwarven, so that would probably be an improvement.
It'll also become
Come on, Al.
flat and warm.
Come on, you big metal lug. Come here.
All right, fine. So
As
do
you get up,
what have you got there to eat?
Can you eat?
No.
I want him to
We
eat.
got lamb.
Will you describe how it tastes to me?
oh, this is the saddest moment in the world. Tell me how food tastes.
I really need to re-download my fucking thing so I can play a fucking Linkin Park every time Dan's character comes on.
Oh, when you walk away from the table, you see the barkeep kind of looks at the fact that your beer's sitting there, and she grabs it and looks at you.
I'll take the beer with me.
Oh, damn it! I was gonna have her look like she was gonna pretend to pour it down the drain, but instead she was clearly gonna be drinking it, like pretending like she was hovering over the sink.
Like a dog looking from a faucet.
All right, I'll drag the fucking robot back to the table and just gently sit him down on the chair, and you just sit here, darling. It's fine.
It's always a pleasure to have my company.
Indeed, it is, and our food should be coming soon. I ordered lamb.
Ah, good. Just as long as this is brownie.
It
Except
was
brownie
lamb
steaks.
or
I love those.
this is a weird reality I've stumbled into tonight.
Where do you find a brownie large enough to get a steak out of?
I have no idea.
The odds of this.
Haven't you ever heard of brownie balls? They roam the
Well, there
wild.
was this one guy, his name was Toriko, he kind of mentioned it.
They don't have blood. They have chocolate syrup running through them.
That does sound delicious.
Crass!
Impractical, but delicious.
Oh. I guess it's actually going to turn to Hope and say, actually, if you didn't mind, I want to ask you a question. This might be a little
Absolutely.
bit personal. I don't want to mar the conversation or anything like that. But you asked before about the gems of Heidenreichen. I was curious, why are you searching for those?
Well, I didn't actually know there were the gems of Hayden Reichen, but there is a fairy tale, or several fairy tales, that speak of something called the Giant's Vault. No one knows what the Giant's Vault is or how to get there, but in every one of these legends, they mention 7 gems. Not by name, just that there are 7 of them, and each of them having a color of the rainbow. And I became enamored with the idea of this. I want to know what this Giant's Vault is and what's inside of it.
Well, I can actually tell you what it is. I'm surprised you haven't heard of the story if you're looking for the gems.
That would ruin the surprise, wouldn't it? If you just tell me what's in the vault now, then what's the purpose of adventuring for it?
I suppose, but what I do need to warn you about is that the gems themselves are supposed to be cursed.
Oh, well. I have to take a little bit of a risk, as long as I survive.
Well, that's the thing. The reason why these gems aren't in only one location, and most of them seem to be very difficult to come by, is that most people who obtain one seem to suffer a death. The gems themselves seek one another out, and usually when one possesses one, they're hunted down by anyone who has the others.
They're the crystal skulls of this universe.
Well, isn't that the case of anything that has phenomenal power or knowledge in any regard?
True, but most of those weren't created by someone like Hayden Reichen.
I was meaning to ask about that. Who was Hayden Reichen?
He's well regarded as the greatest thief of all time. He was a master of his age, skilled at conning, thievery, guile, everything you could possibly want. No one really knew how to properly size him up. He was incredibly skilled at just about everything he tried to do. He always seemed to have a different view of the world than what anyone else had. He was a bit strange, and some people even suggested that the stones he made upon his death, they were just a way for him to continue enacting his own bizarre attitude on the world further, that the gems themselves are cursed and only exist to lead those who seek glory to an untimely death.
But he still managed to find 3 of the gems, though. Or was the gems what led to his death?
Hayden was the one who created the gems.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh. Hang on, I'm going to note this down. I'll take out a small notebook and write all of this down.
Why do I keep thinking of Hyman Reichen, and it's something from the Nazi party?
I hope not.
That's every time you say it, I think of Hyman Reichen, and I'm like, this is something from Hitler. It's something that he named Ava Brown's fucking vagina.
The Hyman Reich.
Yeah.
Hayden Reichen.
I'm gonna write
So-
your hymen.
So these gems, was he... What actually cursed the gems, though?
But he
It's
created
gone.
the gems himself with the help of some mages. And the theory, at least one of the ones I've heard of in association with these gems, is that he placed curses upon them too to bring misfortune. Although by the very nature of the fact that they seek each other out, they invite conflict. Supposedly he handed them off to 7 people who were supposed to be his disciples, and said who could ever gather them all would be the one to inherit his treasure, but that obviously never happened, and that was far, far long ago.
But imagine what would lie at the end of that, though. You find all 7 of the gems.
I imagine that's what everyone seeks, but no one's been able to find it. It's to the point now where most people don't even bother. There's far better ways to find value in the world than seek out something that seems so absolutely impossible to obtain.
Far better and easier, maybe, but not more rewarding. There would be nothing more rewarding in this world than to find something no one believes can be found.
I suppose so. I wouldn't want you to get into something and find an untimely end as the only thing you get from it.
Well, if it's untimely, I guess that's just the way it was meant to go. That being said, I'm going to do everything I can to survive.
Well, if there's
And
anything
I'm
I can
not
do to
going
help
to
you
be...
out, if there's anything I can do to help you out, let me know.
Oh,
I consider you a
absolutely.
friend, and I don't have many of those in this world.
Oh, that's sweet.
Now kiss.
I'm
No,
again,
I'm actually
not
gonna...
into, I'm not into that, especially with you.
I didn't
Again,
say
with the eye
anything.
thing.
It's again the eye. Just hold on. She just like she's gonna like swirl some gravy on her finger and start drawing an eyeball on the pearl.
You know, if it weren't for the fact that I actually consider you a friend, I would probably slap you if you were to do that.
So,
Actually, I'm gonna wipe the gravy off and...
She's not actually gonna.
that'd be awesome, Chris! So, Chris, is a 15 or 14 to athletics good enough to make a front flip?
For you, no.
What did I break?
You landed on Scott's foot.
Okay. I deal 1d100 damage to his foot, and
Well,
we have to amputate it.
Well, August, if... Well, I'm honored you consider me a friend, and I have to say I consider you the same, and if there ever is anything, any questions, or just you want company, just let me know.
Well, I don't want to take you away from your very important work, I imagine, and Carlos is all the company I'll need at a moment, though it's nice to occasionally meet other people.
Speaking
Callus
of
is
Callus,
my
he
only-
is a strapping man, isn't he?
Nah.
He's my only family at this point.
Would it be very inappropriate if I flirted with him in front of you?
Very much so. I'd have to
Right,
rip
well,
your other eye out.
please don't do that. I'll make sure not to flirt with him in front of you.
I'll keep it connected though, so you can see the inside of your own colon when I shove it up your ass.
Can you do that?
I could certainly try.
Thrax will help.
See,
Sounds like
Dax?
a very bad experience. Although I imagine it wouldn't be much to see. Oh shit! Wait, I have low light vision. I could see up my own ass.
No, you could see it. You could see up your ass as it's going up your ass, but the minute it hits into your ass, you
Yeah, the minute like the sphincter closes around the
yeah,
yeah.
and no lights coming back in. Yeah, you're boned.
We'll stuff a
You got yourself a sun rod up there.
If you don't mind me asking, and she turns to Al, you seem to be a very curious thing. I've gathered that you don't seem to be a golem that follows anyone's orders here within the rest of your group.
I'm my own man.
So tell me, for something as unique as yourself, what is your purpose?
What is anyone's purpose?
Fine, Spider-Man.
Mine's to follow the words of A.A.N.E and make sure I can preserve as much knowledge as possible. Your friend here obviously has her own quest as well.
I want to reclaim the life that I lost.
Something you care to talk about?
Perhaps it would be good to speak of it to someone. That's
I'm all ears.
very
She
kind of
wants
you,
to bang
young
the
lady.
robot.
That I was very old. My body was failing, and I sought to preserve myself. And I ended up inhabiting this golem body after my own died.
How in the world did that happen?
This and that. No, very uninteresting. Unfortunately, the city, saw my body and pronounced me dead, claimed all my goods. As a golem, I have no rights, and I was, going to be auctioned off to the highest bidder. I did not wish to be, so I left.
So you're trying to reclaim the life you had before, what, just in terms of status and wealth?
Essentially, yes. Although I'm having to work on basic human rights first, it seems.
Well, you're not human. Sorry.
You're
Well-
a tinker toy.
To be fair, Hope does have a point. It's
What makes a
you're
man?
an, well,
Penis
Legs,
for
a
one.
soul, I would
I
say.
I still have my soul.
It's very
Yes,
difficult
but
for
then-
our people to comprehend that, though.
Well, there's not only that. What considers you human is, well, maybe you do have a soul, but you definitely don't really have a body. Well, you do, but yours can be dismantled. If you dismantle me, there's no putting me back.
A sufficiently skilled healer could amputate your arm and reattach it.
Oh, good idea.
That
But
would
that's-
suck.
By that same extension, Al, do you know how long whatever force is keeping you together will last? Are you, for all intents and purposes, immortal in that form, or will one day whatever's bonding you together just fall apart?
Well, if somebody scratched the seal right here on the back of my neck, I tend to fall apart.
Few things last forever, but I do seem to be more durable or longer lasting than my old body was.
What was your
Just-
old body? You said you were an Eladrin, was it?
That's quite so.
I just wonder if you'd find yourself in the same situation again with the body that's failing you, looking for another one.
Time will tell. Although, fortunately, golem bodies are not too difficult to construct.
Very much so. I hope the process of this and that, as you said, is easy to replicate.
Not as such, but well, perhaps the second time will be easier.
I can't imagine it will do you so much good to stay in a body like that for too long, though.
Better than staying in a dead body.
I'm still wondering what it is that was so important that you still wanted to stay around even after you died.
Sex. That'd
Which
keep me
I'm,
around.
which I'm completely unable to do in this body. So good
Yeah,
job.
you fucked yourself a little bit.
I suppose I'm doing some of it. I always resented growing old, having to retire. This is another chance to get out and see the world.
Does anyone else know what you've become beyond this group? Like,
Beyond the
tried to
people
ex-
at this
tried to
table, I
explain
think.
I tried to explain it to some of the city bureaucrats, but they didn't really seem to grasp it or have much inclination to listen to me.
what about your family?
Long dead, unfortunately, and I never had children.
I'm very sorry. I didn't mean to bring that up if that wasn't comfortable.
I've long since made my peace with that.
But even so, an Eladrin stuck in a metal body. No offense, but my mom
At Force
never
Truth,
liked your
I know
kind.
the dignity never ends.
As you guys are saying this, you can see that a tall woman clad in a low cut, bright red dress is walking towards your table.
Send her to Thrax's room.
Lady Melisandre!
Her face is pale and thin, with skinny lips that are bold with a red as vibrant as her dress. And her hair is a short, curly, and auburn, and she has a very distinct aura about her. It kind of seems glamorous, but also at the same time seems to match the sort of dreary tone of the bar. She carries a half finished. Yes, in a way. She carries a half finished drink of scotch in one hand and places it at the table as she sits down with you.
Thrax is magically downstairs now.
Hello there, how are you doing?
I'm
Waiting
immediately
for
asking
our
how much.
food. How are you doing? I'm gonna
I'm
hold my
doing
hand
very
up.
well.
Hello,
My name.
Hope Nightingale. Pleasure to meet you.
Nice to meet you. My name's Amber.
I'm gonna insight that to see if she's telling the truth.
Hooker name.
Um, are you trying to also imply that she might be a hooker, or are you just trying to think that she's lying about her name being Amber?
I'm trying to see if she has any. Yeah, her name.
No, you don't get the impression that she's lying about her name. You do get the extent of a very peculiar aura about her, though. She definitely does seem strange in this town, considering most of the people here seem to be very blue collar workers.
Everybody's wearing earth tones while she's wearing bright red.
Yeah, actually, that's very distinct about her, is that she's very vibrantly
stands
dressed in
out.
this. Yeah.
I intimidate her from upstairs.
Al, you have
So-
quite a lot to stare at then.
Amber, was that it?
Somebody get me!
Yes. How are you doing? Just passing through, I'd imagine?
That'll be correct. We're just waiting for our food, and then we're gonna be on our way. And our robot friend here was, well, you always need a bodyguard.
Good to have something like that. But tell me, what brings two young girls like you all the way out here in the middle of nowhere?
Damn!
Oh, there's someone really loud upstairs.
That's probably just Thrax.
Well, we are just wandering at the moment, wanting to see the sights. You know
The
how it is,
sights?
really.
You're not going to see much out here unless you're very interested in geology.
Well, you know, the poor girl here never got much time outside when she was young, so I'm taking her around, showing her what's what.
You should head to the cities. Go to Salva, something like that. Those are much more lively areas.
Yes, but it's better to see nature first, and then you can appreciate the city all the more.
That is a very true point. Quite the wise girl you are. As wise you are beautiful.
Oh, you do flatter me, dear.
I try to. Don't
Okay,
get
now
many
I'm going to
visitors in these
insight.
parts, so.
I'm going to insight to see if there are anything underlying here. I believe everything she says.
You could definitely, again, you can tell that there's something very bizarre about her, but you don't feel threatened by it.
Yeah.
Do I sense any magic from her?
Somebody get Thrax.
No, you don't actually sense any magic from her.
That's bizarre. Not sensing
Especially
anything.
not any in her tits, which is where your eyes are firmly planted.
Are they firm?
Gotta be thorough.
Uh, her breasts? No, actually. She's
Pass.
actually a little bit older. Not like super, like probably like early 30s.
I'll leave it to the robot then.
And she looks like she's had not mileage, but it looks like she's kind of imagine what like a Hollywood starlet looks like after their decline starts.
So, like, who's the one with all the plots?
Oh,
They're
God.
plastic surgery, but imagine like with the drug abuse and everything like that just starting.
All right.
Kind of a little bit of a haggard look. Still very attractive, but clearly a little bit of a roughness.
So she's not
to it.
full on Courtney Love yet.
No.
Thrax is gonna stay upstairs singing his theme song and trying to do front flips. Damn! Damn! Damn!
We're not getting this,
Unless
we're,
you
we're not
match
getting
what-
that security deposit back, are we?
So then,
going on with that?
so then, Amber, what could
Thrax, no
we
jumping on
possibly
the
help
bed.
you with?
I'm just looking to talk. It gets a little bit boring in a place like this, you can imagine, so I'm just seeing what the new people here are all about.
Oh, don't a lot of people come through here?
No, this is a pretty far off place on the map. You got Venica far off to the east, Deep Rocks miles to the west, and Salva's a long way from here. Nobody's all that interested in a small little town like this. So when I see somebody, I just want to get a feel for who they are.
Well, Amber, I'm gonna lean in. Can we keep a secret?
And of course,
We're treasure hunters.
really,
Yes.
treasure
we heard
hunters.
some. We heard some big rumor about some gold or something buried up in a hill not far from here.
That's very interesting.
I'm gonna
Well,
inside her, see if she actually believes anything I'm saying.
She seems to be interested in the conversation. She doesn't seem to be like, "What them gold in their hills?" But she does seem to be like humoring you at the very least.
Yeah, it's just she's off-putting, so I'm being overly cautious. So yes, that is why we're here. We're just stopping for the night, and then we'll be off in the morning.
Oh, well, that's a shame to hear. Hope you do come back. We always like having visitors here.
Indeed. Now, August, dear, I do believe it is time for us to head upstairs. We're going up early in the morning after all. Don't
Did
want to
they
miss
ever
our
get their
sleep.
food?
Yeah, we'll just assume that they had their food. while
Okay.
they're having that
We've been eating while
2 hours later, where's our fucking food?
discussion. As soon as they leave, she just drops off 2 plates. Fucking Amber's just like, deal.
That's all she does. She goes to table to table to scare them away and then eat their food.
Just waits and then just,
And I'm gonna be like,
yes, eat the food.
yeah. And I don't want to let her in on the fact that Al is sentient. So, Golem, I would like you to escort August back to the room, please.
Yes, mistress.
Beep boop bop.
y'all have a good night.
And you too. Pleasure talking to you.
Absolutely, and she's going to pick up her drink and sort of stir her finger around the rim of the glass as she watches you leave.
I'm gonna head to the bar first because I'm I'm actually gonna bring the plates back to the bar, and then I'm gonna ask the bartender. Excuse me, miss.
Oh, yes?
Who is the lady in red?
Oh, Amber? Oh, she's been here for a couple of weeks now. She's
She's just been
alone
hanging
here.
around here.
She comes to the bar, and you see she kind of looks a little bit uncomfortable. Look, it's none of my business, but obviously she's very flirtatious with a lot of the men here, and they're married. I don't appreciate it, but she pays all of her tabs, and I can't help it if she does trump a little business by that nature, but I still don't approve.
She's been here for a couple of weeks, and she's been affording every single night, including the food and everything else.
Apparently so. She hasn't had a problem yet.
Remember,
No.
though, the economy's
Well,
fucked up
thank
here.
you for the food. It was delicious.
Thank you. Y'all have a good night.
You too. And then I'm gonna head upstairs, and I'm actually going to find Kalos.
Hey, there's your milk! Glug, 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 glug.
I'm going to. Is Kalos outside the room or is he inside?
He's gonna be inside the room.
All right, I'm gonna find the room and knock on the door then.
I believe that's the same room with a cog
That's
in it.
me. Yes.
Kalos, a word, please.
Cal's gonna walk up to the door. What?
There was a very. I wouldn't call her bizarre, but definitely strange woman that just came over and decided to talk to us. She didn't seem. She was interested in why we were here, but she was very off-putting. There was something about her presence that I didn't quite like. I really don't think we're safe here, so keep an eye out in the night, and we'll be off as soon as we can in the morning.
You don't trust someone you met?
I don't trust someone who gives me that kind of vibe. She stood out.
You can see
definitely
actually,
stood out.
as you're talking, he's turning around and like going over and putting on his armor and picking up his sword.
Can I advise against this? The getting geared up for war,
Thrax is all for this.
please.
I'm not gonna cut heads off, but if someone's
could
gonna
just-
mess with us, I'm gonna make sure that I get in between them before that happens.
You could just point me to a room and I can unlock the door.
Why are you breaking into her room?
Can I bash it in?
I don't suggest
Presumably
we
there's
break in.
information there if she's
I don't know. I don't know
less
if
than.
she's. She could just be some strange traveler with some kind of latent powers. I don't know. It could be anything, but I suggest we just stay careful for now.
Thrax is all for breaking in a door and
You don't know any of
terrorizing
this
someone.
going on.
True.
I hear everything.
With his
I
intimidate
heard
check.
boobs bouncing from upstairs.
All right. Well, I'm going to. Once I'm sure that August is asleep, I'll be staying awake in the night and keeping an eye out.
Kalos, after you leave, is going to head downstairs.
Do I see him heading downstairs?
Yeah. He's not
I'm going
trying to
to.
be quiet about it.
Yeah, I'm going to quickly follow him. Carlos, please. We really do not want to cause a ruckus here.
I'm not here to cause a ruckus, alright? I know that more than any of you do. I know exactly what's at stake here. But if you feel
Somebody-
that there's something very dangerous going on downstairs, I'll watch the situation and see what develops.
All
And
right.
if I lose a night of sleep over some paranoia bullshit from you, just know
Would you
there's
rather I kept quiet?
Didn't say that. Just hoping that your eyes are, well, eye is good enough judge of character.
He's a pirate.
Well, I really do hope this is nothing. I really do. I'll see you bright and early in the morning.
He's gonna head
Um,
downstairs.
And I'm going to head into the room that I'm sharing with August.
Anyone else want to do anything during the night?
Nah, I'm just.
Deeply contemplating my drink that I can't drink.
Do you still have the glass with you?
Yep.
Are you still downstairs?
Yeah.
Oh, I was so want a painting of this. Him sitting like silhouetted against the window, just looking at the drink.
I'm still singing my theme song, trying to do backflips. Or front flips.
Give me an endurance check.
Thrax doesn't get tired. I don't make it. Are you making an endurance check to get tired, or an endurance check?
Yes.
I don't. You don't make endurance checks till the second night of staying awake.
No, I'm endurance
No,
check.
this is for very vigorous physical activity. Sure you do.
Okay. Oh.
Yeah, you're asleep.
I'll pass
You do a
out.
front flip and you land right on your feet. You go yay, and then you just fall straight backwards and go to sleep.
I'm still singing my theme song in my sleep.
Yeah, you're just like.